How about that? Look at that. Good morning. Hi, everybody. It's Kim Overholt here at my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and I'm your hostess with all the toasts. My name is Kim Overholt. I am a person who likes to hang out and play with stuff. Well, I don't play with stuff. I actually try and show you some things about art and see if you might want to pick up something along the way kind of thing. If it strikes you, you want to be creative, that kind of thing. You can always check out all the stuff that I do at my website, kimoverholt.com, if you're interested. And if you want to hang out with me, I would usually come by in the morning and stuff and try to make it last all day long. I've I've got air modeling clay with me today. Yeah, I thought I'd decide to, since I'm tidying up my office, there's a lot of things around here that I have not been using. So I thought I'd maybe give it the chance to, try it out and see what people think. This is air modeling clay from Polyform. Yeah, and I was looking online first, of course, for some ideas of what to do with this because I got a lot of it, and I wanted to make this into like a little paw prints for of the girls before they passed on, but unfortunately, um, I forgot about this, and time passed, and like I say, it's too late now. My poor little girls are gone. But you know what? I'm trying this out because I've never really played with this too much, and seeing what I can do with it. Because I remember the last time I played with some kind of type of modeling clay, it was like really kind of gross and not exactly what I had in mind. So earlier, before I started, you know, when I was tidying up and came across this, I came across a few ideas. Like I said, I looked up on almighty Google and found a few things that are interesting. So what I was doing with my little modeling clay is I was rounding it out and making it into little designs, which I'll let them dry. But as you can see, something like that. And I'll let that dry. And I've done about 6 of them. So I'm going to do another one. So I'm just going to show you here. So I have my little piece of modeling clay. And I'm trying to keep them consistent in size-wise, like making sure that they're not too thick. Because they're not too thin. This one might be too thin. Because I might make them into something a little bit later. Color them in, paint them and stuff. And so far, out of the 6 that I've done, I think I only got maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I know, maybe I can make all 6 of them work. But I think one of them looks like it's either too thin or too thick. I do it one way or the other. So you make it like a little meatball. You make a little, oh, you know what? I'll use something. So I made it like a big meatball. And you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to roll it on my table. Now, I right now have my calendar on my table so that, I can look at things that are going on. I used to have my calendar over here, and so I've moved it down to here. But what I have been doing to make it so that, I'm working on a surface, I have pieces like this. I don't know where I found them, but see, I miss this. Things start going crazy. Ah, okay. See what happens? Go live and just thinks it's fall apart. But I have one of these nice pieces of plastic. I was thinking of making a nice animation cell, maybe animation cells, if I can, cut them out properly. I have a few of them, and just make a nice little sequence, shoot it, kind of, try my hand at some old style animation kind of thing. Oh, goodness. I got a little whack of the whack. I said whack. Because yesterday was Wacky Wednesday, and I wasn't whacking stuff. At least I was trying not to whack things. And I'm sorry for the background noise of the air conditioner. But anyways, yeah, so I've got a piece of that plastic down on this table so that it doesn't, mark up my calendar and stuff, and I can still put this down. So I'm going to make it into a nice little round ball. So I'm rolling it on the table, can't see what I'm doing, but I'm rolling it on the table. Yeah. Okay, there we are. So we have a nice little bowl. So now what we're going to do is what I have. What the heck? Where is my bowl? Yeah. Anyways, oh, there it is. So what I'm going to do after I take this down is I'm going to take what I have is something that I've been making the pattern on. I'm not going to show you what I'm using to make the pattern because it's mine. It's mine, and you don't get to see it. You can take whatever you want. You can take a design off of something, like even something like a design like this. You can take the edge of this. I'll even show you. If you take that and you put it down on that piece like this. Let me try again on the other side. And press a little harder this time. Probably helps if you had like air. But see what I mean? Like it makes a little pattern on there. Like a nice little pattern on your little things. But the one I'm making, let me just smooth this out like so you can see that pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece. Hopefully it won't dry out on me right away. Sorry, I don't mean to bend down. Let me just, no, I can't bend down any further than that. Things are in the way. So just give me a second and I'll show you how I'm pressing this. I press kind of hard. And then I pull it out and go, ooh. Actually, I pressed too hard on the one side and make that look right. But we'll try anyway. So I got my little design. And then I take a Sharpie, an X-Acto knife, and I'm going to cut around the edges. So I'll show you. Take a little, chop a little piece in. I'm going to do this quickly and show you. Don't mind me. Don't mind having to look at my head for a second and my gray hairs. Don't mind my gray hairs. It shows that I've lived. Oh my God. Have I? Oh my gosh. One of the girls that I was working with yesterday, she says, "You've done a whole lot of stuff." I'm like, yeah, I got to keep myself amused, you know. I'm like whitewater rafting, jumping off a cliff. She says, "Have you ever done bungee jumping?" I said, "No, but I would try it." And I'd like to try zip lining, and I also would love to try what's that other thing? Like skydiving. Sure, I'll try it once. I mean, you get help with it on the first run, but I told her I was the first woman lead climber over at the Peaks rock climbing gym. She says, "How do I not doubt that?" So I enjoyed rock climbing. I haven't been in next to forever. I'd love to go rock climbing again. It was so much fun. I really do love geology and the study of the tectonic plates, and yeah, I'm all into that kind of. I'm such a geek. I am such a geek. If you didn't know. Okay, one more thing. When I used to do paint faces of kids, it looked good, but I'm always like, one more thing. So I took my X-Acto knife and cut it out that little square one more time. So there we go. We got that little shape and design. And I'm just going to set them on the side. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little stars. And I'll let them dry. And then when they're done drying, which probably won't take very long, when they're dried, I can paint them in. And that's like a nice little, cute little project for maybe getting people something for Christmas. A nice little ornament or something, that kind of thing, if you want to do that kind of thing. So that's kind of like a cool thing that you can do with air-dried clay. The thing about air-dried clay, though, is you got to be kind of like, if you are going to do something, you better figure out what you're going to be doing in your head, because it does start to dry pretty quickly. Like I mold it in my hands, and unlike clay, when you mold with clay eventually, like it will dry out. It won't dry out as fast as this does. This is really, really fast for drying. And I can see it kind of getting crumbly already. So I'm going to try and like design something while you're here in front of you, I'm going to see how it turns out. Like I say, in the past, I used to make quite a few things out of clay as well. So nothing is. Can you smooth it? Yeah, you can. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to make a hand, okay? Because when I used to be in art school, it's one of the things that we have to learn is how to mold and design things. So kind of think of what the shape of the you want to do is you want to get the wrist and the hand. So you're going to be drawing the wrist, drawing. You're going to be molding the wrist like that, okay? And then you're going to be, this is going to be where what the hand is going to be, okay? Now, if you need to, you can set it down on something to be able to just play with it, use both hands. But I'm going to show you just quickly. So the wrist, and this is what the hand is going to be. So just you have to manipulate it a little bit. So let me just show you. You kind of make it start looking like a mitten. Is a good way to start. And think about the shape. Think about the shape of the hand. See, you can already see the hand is coming. Now, you have to think about the digits too, and the sizes and stuff, and separate them. Think about the different spots on the hand, and just kind of start bringing the fingers out. And sometimes, if you have to take from the middle and make the other ones, you can do that. So you start roughly. You gotta start rough and then build. So yeah, well, I used to have two hands, and one of them used to hold a remote. It was really cool. I had two hands. One to hold the remote, and the other one was like a hand. Like it just looked like it was coming out of the ground. It looked really cool at the time. And keep in mind all sides of it too, because you got to think at the bottom, like where the knuckles are and things like that. You have to keep in mind that. And when you start doing this, you can also think about when you're going to start doing the details, what the details of this is going to look like as well. So you build it up a bit. Let me just play with it a little. That's what he said. Sorry. Okay, so move the hand. Now, even if you have to take one of the fingers and kind of make them look a little shorter to kind of measure it out properly. But I get this started like the human form is a beautiful thing. And I was in my class, and all the guys, I was the only girl in my art class when I was in high school. I loved it. I didn't tell anybody that I did, but I did. I really was excited to be the only girl in the guys' class. And I heckled for it by the art teacher, but I didn't care because I like hanging out with guys more than I did hanging out with girls in high school because I didn't like the head games. Ladies like to play the head games. I don't play head games. And so, yeah, they were all learning about that, and I'm like, no, And the friends that I did have, I won't even talk about that. I appreciate the friends I have now. Let me put it that way. Yes, I know I don't have many. I like it that way. Okay. Ooh. Okay, and they got to try and figure out what. Okay, so as you can see, the hand's coming along. Decide which side of the hand you're going to be making and build it up. See, the only thing is about this clay is that because, like I said, when it dries, it does start to crumble a little bit. So you have to be quick about it. As you can see. Build up that little finger Building up that middle finger. Think about the knuckles in the back too, like I say, you think about the whole structure, not just about the making the fingers. You have to think about how the finger's going to go. And of course, this pinky finger's too long. I think that's the knuckles in the back of this one here. La 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 la. I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? Oh, hey. That's a good start. It's my captain calling. Hold on. Captain. Oops. What's up, Captain? Captain. Love monkey. All right. So, and of course, you can always get more clay and start building it up too. If you find that there's some things that aren't turning out the way you want them to, you can always remove and add more clay. And what we're doing is we're just building structure. See? It's all about just taking the time to put it all together. And like I say, I'm going to get done tidying up my room too. This is my studio is quite in disarray, but it's getting better. I was working on it, and like I say, I came across my modeling clay, and I thought, you know what? I haven't had a chance to play with it. Let's play with it, and you can see for yourself what kind of things you can do with modeling clay as well. So making little ones that you can dry later on. That's always a cool thing to do. You can make a, so you can build a hand, and put it down so I can play with it a little bit. What I do is I'm pushing it into my table here so that I can kind of. I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? Oh well. As you can tell, my baby pinky is the same size as my first finger, which isn't usually how it goes. So I'm going to switch up this one to make it a little bit smaller. Right. And I can add them to the first finger. Make it look that one a little bit more. Make it look a little bit more like a finger. Okay, so I'll put that there maybe. Yeah, build up that middle finger there a little bit more. There you go. So yeah, as you can see. And again, you can just let this dry, and then afterwards you can paint it or do whatever you want with it, kind of thing. I could do this for hours. I love sculpting too. If you're going to be doing something that, is like, if you're thinking like a horse or something, what I would suggest is to make sure you have like a structure underneath, like a wire structure. When we were doing it in college, I was using a wire structure for this one piece. It was a great piece. Oh my gosh. And I wish I would have been able to keep it because it was like a model's back, and it just turned out so good. Okay, so now I make that, and then when it dries, hopefully it won't fall apart. That's the thing, right? You add a little bit of water to it too. I'm sure you can water this, and you can paint these afterwards as well. So hey, not too bad. Looks like a baby's hand. The sleeper must awaken. The sleeper must awaken. There you go. And that's what I used to do in school. And then, I used to have everybody going, could you do that for me? And I could just finish it. I'm like, yeah, okay, here. Blah, 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 blah. And then they finish it. But yeah, you can do this. You can do this. I could do this like forever. I can keep going. If I can make a whole model kind of thing, I would do that too. Yeah. This is what I get for now. And when I find out more about this too, yeah, showing you that as well. Yeah, so there's like you can make little things like this, and you can make it showing a finger or whatever the case may be, and or you can let it dry. You can have it be like a little thing for the palmistry people who want to read your palm, that kind of thing. You see it. Oh, I'll take my straight edge here. There's that one that goes there. And that one that goes like that. And there's one that goes like that. Heart on the head. Love line, of course. Lifeline. So there you go. Read a palm. There you go. A lot of people got bendy fingers, bendy thumbs. Unfortunately, not me, but I'll make this one with a bendy thumb. Oh, that's too bendy. Yeah, I understand. There we go. I'll let that dry. They're like, oh, why did I let that dry? That looks horrible. No, no. I'll make it work. I can make it work. Okay. Ooh. It is very crumbly though when it starts to dry, so you gotta work quick with it, like I say, or else it's gonna be like not gonna turn out the way you want it to. Looks like my hand's arthritic. Oh boy. They're not yet, but they're getting there. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So hopefully this will dry, and then I can show you guys what it looks like later, or maybe paint it for you. Ugh. A little bit, it's got like some kind of gritty, sandy stuff, like salt or something on it. I don't know. But today for sculpting, school projects, and more, it says. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I guess I used it up that once. Okay, so with my knuckles. Knuckles. Oh, there's on the flat side. Oh well, too late. It says you can smooth it. Let me just see if I can smooth it out a little bit better before it gets too dry. Make it look like an ancient hand. Oh, that'll be cool. As long as it stays up, as long as it stands. It's gonna tip over. I hate when things tip over. Oh, it's gonna tip over. Just as I say that. Oh man, don't tip over. Okay, push it forward. There we go. Like I say, I can keep going on this for hours. It's just to make it stay. Okay. All right. Now I'm not gonna play with that anymore. Okay. I'll let it dry. All right. So there's something else to make. Oh. There we go. All right. I'm not touching it. And of course, I still have my nose over here. So you know, I'm always the fool. I play the fool a lot. So it makes it easy. Makes it easy. So I have other projects here. I've got like these squares here. And they're always a lot of fun to play with too. A little heart. And oh, sorry, distracted. Okay, and I got like a little frame like that, and I have another little frame like this. And I'm going to take some of this modeling clay stuff, and I'm going to put it on one of these frames. Let me start with this one here. Let's start with this one here, because everybody starts with that one. Okay, so let's. So what I'm going to do is going to take my frame, take some modeling clay. I can't believe I still got my nose on. Hold on. Okay. So tear into it a little bit more. And I'm sure there's probably plenty of people out there making all kinds of fancy designs and stuff like that with their. They probably have everything already in mind. I'm probably just like repeating something that somebody else is doing, and my hand keeps tipping over. You're tipping my hand. I keep tipping my hand. There we go. Let's just bring it forward. There we go. Forward. Okay. So on this thing here, what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of clay, and I'm going to stick it on there. It'll stick on there. We'll make it stick on there. And start to see these glasses on. Let me take the glasses off. I'll keep the nose. I'll lose the glasses. See, and then you can like build it up on the corner and make it into something. And then afterwards you can paint it. So, some more clay. I'll keep building it up. Make it all the way around, maybe. So that you can paint the edge. Yeah, I'm a retired clown. I'm not, although I've been told I'm still very foolish. That's okay. So there we go. And I'm going to build it up all around the outside here. And yeah, we'll see how it goes with that. So this might be like just a start to something, getting a little crafty before Christmas. So something to keep in mind. I'll get rid of the nose. I won't do this right now because it'd be too long and too freaking boring. And I don't want to be completely boring. I just want to be a little boring. Oh, this stuff is like, wow. Ugh, makes it feel kind of icky. All right. So I have like other projects that I work on. Things like that. I have, oh yeah, I was working with some a glue gun and trying out little ideas. I'm going to try painting this after. Maybe see what kind of designs I can come up with on top of that. And somebody will get this for Christmas or something. We'll see. All right. Anyways, what a day. All right. So I'm going to just continue with my artwork and cleaning up my place, and I'll show you how my little project turns out. All right. So in the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic day and keep out of trouble. And don't go looking for trouble because trouble will find you. Don't worry. Okay. And when it finds you, please be prepared because oof, it's always good to be prepared.